Okay, I've threaded it on the bottom just a little bit. I haven't tightened it up yet because I wanted to check it, so I'm going to take this rod underneath. I've got my hand down there and I'm moving it, okay? I know it's in. All right, that's my next step. Okay, let's get back down underneath the sink. I got things to do. Okay, this is going in nice. And I'm going to tighten it up as tight as I can with my hand first. Now I'm going to take the pliers on there. And I don't want to over tighten it because this is plastic. You could tighten it and tighten it and tighten it and think you're doing good, and all of a sudden it's stripping and it's leaking. You can't get any tighter because you stripped it out. Okay. Now see, that might be just a hair too much because it was having a hard time moving this up and down. I think I'm going to leave it right about there. And see, once I check it and everything, I'm going to run the water for a little bit. And if it starts dripping, then I can always go back and tighten it up. Okay, real important this here, that you remember how you took it off and on which hole you have this on. You don't want to guess at it later, but you still want to check it when you get done with it. So put that one on there, and then it went down one. Bend that up and get it on there. I don't want to slide this too far, but I don't want it so close to the end that it's going to slip off. Okay, I think that's going to be about right. Okay, now we can get back up there and check her out. Ooh, nothing's happening. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to slightly make an adjustment down there. It's got, let me take you back down underneath here for a minute. See, you can adjust this. You see this rod, sometimes this could be bent out of whack, and then see there's a set screw up there. You can loosen that up and either raise this up, this whole thing up on the rod, or down, whichever way you need to do it. And then make your adjustments accordingly. Check it out again, because see, this is a different pop-up valve from before, and it's supposed to be a universal one, and so you may have to do some adjustments. And that little thumb turn deal up there, you want to make sure you get that tight. So you may have to use a little crescent wrench on there, or a pair of pliers or something like that. Okay, get her adjusted. You can do it. Okay, I played around with it a little bit, made some adjustments, and voila. See there? Drain's fine. Pull it up. Looks like it's even holding water, even though this knob was bigger than the other one, remember? It doesn't fit down flush like the other one, but it still works, and I can make that do for a while. I really want to get the old one back, you know, to match the existing. That's another $100 it's going to cost me to do that, you know. So if you can live with this one, do it. One important tip I need to show you. Remember that little thumb turn up there? If you got a little crescent wrench like this, set it about like that, you can get up in there and tighten that up, loosen it, adjust that how you want, and then tighten it back up. But here's the thing, you want to make sure you don't tighten that so tight that the thumb turn breaks off, because I've had it happen before, and then if you ever want to adjust it, it's a real pain to get off. Then you have to find a new little riser thing and go back to the store and make a purchase, come back here and reinstall it all again. Okay, so make sure you don't over tighten that. It's easy to snap off. Once you think you're done, turn the water back on. I'm going to let it run for a little bit. And I want to make sure that it doesn't start dripping out of there. I want to wipe this up as best I can. I even left a mark on the melamine. Might be able to get something to clean that with. But then I'm going to check this in a few minutes and make sure I don't have any drips. Because if I have a drip, guess what? We then are going to go back up to this nut right here and give it just a little bit of a turn, maybe 1/8 of a turn or so. Be careful with those. That's plastic, remember? Don't over tighten it. I figure while I'm waiting, I might as well take some Fantastic and spray it down there and see if I can't get that little ring off. My pet peeve is when I leave a project, I want to try to leave it in better shape or the same type of shape it was before I started, you know? Okay, so I'm going to let this run for a few minutes. And if you don't see a drip there, you can also look up here, because if this does start dripping, you're going to see a little bit of a teardrop right in there, okay? Make sure that's dry from before, and just keep watching that, or, you know, it could run out off of the side of this and start coming down here and dripping over here. Just double check everything. Well, I've waited a bit, a couple minutes. Everything looks fine. Really don't want to waste any more water than I have to. I'm calling this job complete. Oh, that's funny. And you thought I just took off concealed door hinges just to show on a video. Nah, I do that even for myself. I don't like hitting one of these doors, and you know, they only go so far open, you know, so if I hit that by accident, I could tweak the hinge off, I could break that off. I mean, there's a whole lot of things I could do as I'm working underneath a sink, okay? So be careful and do it right. Clean up after yourself when you get done so it doesn't even look like you were there. That's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.